Hello everyone, I have a video and today I'm joined by my friend iDuskk. Did you want to go ahead and say hello?
What's up, everybody?
So iDuskk was nice enough to join me for a dual com, and I'm just going to have a talk with him. We're going to do some questions, some back and forward questions between each other. He's another Gears YouTuber, so naturally, before we get started, if you'd be so kind as to tell us a little bit about your Gears YouTube channel.
Yeah, of course. So basically, I do pretty much similar videos to you. I do Gears of War commentaries, things like tips and tricks. I have a Grind My Gears series where I talk about things that are going on outside the game, like the microtransactions or new updates and stuff like that. And sometimes I do a little bit more variety too. I'll play other games, or I'll do just random commentaries that's not even Gears related. But yeah, pretty much just Gears commentaries.
Okay, nice. So not a one-trick pony like me. iDuskk does do other games, so that's great.
A little bit. Not, I would say 90% Gears of War, 10% other games, but I'm trying to do a little bit more variety.
Okay, that's a healthy distribution,
Yeah.
the 90-10. So my first question to you, this will be focused on Gears since our channels are both
Yeah, of
primarily
course,
Gears.
naturally.
Yeah. So my first question to you is, why do you post on YouTube specifically for Gears?
Well, I started the channel back when Gears of War 3 was out, and like it was sort of, I was into esports at the time, and it was sort of falling off the map. So I kind of wanted to make my YouTube channel to promote the Hypothetical community. But then I started just talking about just Gears of War in general, and so now I post videos on YouTube because I really love the game. I love Gears of War, the community, and I just try to make videos to for fun and just to kind of help out the community, express my opinions, stuff like that.
Okay, nice. You must be pretty happy with the way competitive is going for the most part in Gears 4, because it seems like it's really coming back.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more support this time around. I like that a lot. I'm actually going to be going to an event in July because they're coming out to Vegas, which is where I'm based from. So I'll be going with my old Gears of War team, having fun.
That sounds like a good time. Gears gambling,
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous. Stuck here in cold Canada, so I won't be going to any of those tournaments soon. But wishing you luck from your friendly neighbors.
Yep, thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, hit me with a question.
Okay, let's see. Well, I know you did a dual com with Arctic a while ago back in the Gears of War 3 days, and I didn't ask you when you told me that, but what was it like doing like a dual com with like a professional Gears of War player at the time?
Yeah, oh, that's a great question. It was one of those experiences that just really sticks out and stands out in my head. I watched his channel. I still do watch some of his videos all the time. Really looked up to him. Still do. Just incredibly smart, talented person. I was really nervous when we did the dual com, but it was so much fun and probably one of the biggest highlights that I've ever done from this whole YouTube experience. And my channel was really focused on creating the same type of content as him, and knowing that he was a Gears professional. Yeah, so it was intimidating, but also one of the coolest experiences, and something that I'm really happy to this day that I did. So that's gonna be my answer.
Yeah, nice, definitely. Yeah, I would have killed for that opportunity because I did the same thing when he made that video saying he wants to do collaborations with other YouTubers. I also applied to do it, but I was like brand new to YouTube, so I was still using like crappy webcam mic, Windows Movie Maker editing, and my channel was just like very bad, so I obviously didn't get through that, but yeah, here I am today.
You know what? Fair enough. I remember I was really lucky to be one of the few who did do a dual com with him. And to be honest, like, my equipment still is not that great. I use Turtle Beach X12s for record commentaries, and I use Windows Movie Maker. Sometimes I use Adobe Premiere Pro. But when you're just starting off, it's definitely challenging to really get at your peak of what you can do in terms of putting out good content. And but I was definitely lucky to have the chance to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna hit you with an interesting question. Would you rather die by flying a plane into a volcano or by sledding off of a really high icy cliff?
Okay, well, that's a good one. Let's see. So, death by flying a plane to a volcano or sliding off an icy cliff? I'd probably go with the volcano one because dying through a volcano, I would imagine, is quick and painless. You crash into the volcano. Are you crashing into like the lava of the volcano, or you just crashing the plane into the side of it and exploding?
Definitely the lava. Anybody who's driving that plane.
That kind of changes it. That might be slow and excruciating.
It could be. It
But
could be, but
on the
it's
flip
pretty
side,
epic.
if you fall off a cliff and you're falling to your death, that's like long too, and your whole life's gonna flash before your eyes, and I'm gonna realize, oh, I've just been making videos for Gears of War my whole life. Who even am I? And then I die. But
And you're telling me that's not going to be going through your head if you're flying a plane into a volcano.
No, my main focus would be flying the plane into the volcano and not into anything else.
Fair. That true focus. Focus is key.
No, I probably, now that I'm thinking about the lava thing, probably go with the cliff, because dying through lava, I would imagine, is very excruciating. At least falling isn't painful. You know, it's scary,
Yeah,
but
fair.
you're not gonna...
You'll get that feeling, like, I don't know if you've ever been on a roller coaster or something and your stomach just sinks. You're going to have that feeling for a good chunk of time, but you know what? I mean, your death. I'm not going to boss you around here.
Yeah, I would definitely choose the ladder over the volcano.
Okay, fair. I think I would join you just because I feel like as a Canadian, it's my duty to die from sledding off an icy cold cliff.
Is that a common thing out there in Canada? Do people like die from that?
You know, I don't know, but I wouldn't be upset if it was, because it seems like a really good way to go, which is why I asked you to begin with. And I'm happy that you're joining your fellow Canadians on the cliff.
Yeah, well, I'll be right up there with you.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, I'll give you one. What's your favorite fast food joint? There is one correct answer. I want to see if you know this correct answer.
Oh, of course. I know the correct answer. McDonald's.
Oh my God.
Is that not the correct answer?
That is not the correct answer. That is like so far from the correct answer.
What is the correct answer?
The correct answer. I'll give you, let me give you another shot. What's your second favorite?
You know what? I'm like a one and only. My loyalty to McDonald's is so strong, but if I had to give you another answer, I don't even know.
If McDonald's rode a sled off of an icy cliff to their death, what would your next go-to be?
You know what? Burger King, the next closest thing.
All right, still not the. You're still thinking on burgers and shit. I'm thinking Taco Bell. That's my favorite. I love Taco Bell so much.
Yeah, you know, Taco Bell was never for me. I just think, like, here's what I'm saying. McDonald's, it's cheap, it's delicious, it's fast, and as a student, I appreciate all of those things. Taco Bell, like, I don't know if I trust myself after going to Taco Bell, you know, like, I don't think I could do it.
I think I built an immunity to it, because when I was in high school, there was a Taco Bell right next to the high school, and every day after school I would just walk over there and just eat Taco Bell. So I probably built an immunity to it over these years, but it's mainly the Baja Blast. I love Baja Blast.
I don't even know what that is. Didn't even know Baja was a word until you.
Yeah, neither did I. I pronounced it Baja until somebody corrected me. It's spelled with a J.
I'll just have to look that up
Definitely
next time. I'm gonna die before I go to Taco Bell, but should I go to Taco Bell before I die, I will look that up. Okay, I am going to ask, what got you into Gears in the first place?
Well, it was a long time ago, but like I played Gears of War the first day it came out for 360. The 360 was like my first gaming console for well, no, I had an N64 growing up, but it was my first online multiplayer experience, Gears of War. I got it when my friends at school were hyping it up. Like, I remember my friend, who's now my roommate, was like, dude, there's a gun with a chainsaw on it. And I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. So I got the game when it came out. I played it, and that's also when I first got into Xbox Live. And ever since then, I just kind of got hooked on it. My first game of Gears of War was actually a co-op campaign with some random guy. But, like, we really hit it off. We basically played through, like, almost the entire campaign in one sitting. And I was like, damn, this game's cool as hell. And then I started doing multiplayer stuff, and obviously I sucked because I was in middle school back then. But Gears of War 2 is when I really started like doubling down on it, because that's when I started getting into like the competitions, the esports, and all that shit.
Same, yeah. Gears 2 was a big competitive moment for me. My high school friends and I played all the time. It's super addictive. So sounds like we more or less got into Gears in the same way or at the same time. My brother had introduced me to it, played it, loved it, and you know, the rest kind of just took off. So still enjoying it to this day as well.
Yeah, definitely. I still love Gears of War.
Okay, you're up.
Let's see. For your YouTube channel personally, because I know you're a much bigger subscriber base than I am, do you plan on making YouTube like a full-time gig, or is this still something you just do just as a hobby and you're happy with it being a hobby? Okay,
good question. This is purely a hobby. I'm really happy with how many people have or view my channel, and it's exciting to kind of watch it grow. But when Gears stops, or when I get a little bit older, I do intend to stop making videos. I like playing Gears. I like making videos, and I play enough Gears that I figured I would I'd post videos, and I have a lot of fun doing this. But this is definitely a secondary kind of hobby for me. Not something I think I could do full time, or that I'd want to do full time. I'm a student right now, and chasing some other ambitions right now that are definitely higher on my scale of importance, if that makes sense, than
Oh,
making
yeah, definitely.
videos. Yeah, but posting once a week, which is what I aim to do mostly, that's perfectly good for me. It's a nice escape from reality, and I find it enjoyable. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. And I always look forward to your videos every week.
Well, thank you. Likewise, and I guess I'll ask you the same question because I think that's a good question to ask. Is this something that you want to be doing a lot down the road, or
Yeah,
does it
I
end?
would think so. I've admitted it on my channel before that I do want to make YouTube like a full-time thing one day. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. I'm not sitting here like I'm not quitting my job or anything like that. But I got into YouTubing in 2011. I was kind of on and off about it, but like really this year is when I started really making a lot more videos and like doing it. I've been shooting for like three uploads a week, and that's like when
Okay.
I've been like grinding them out. And I don't know, it's just I see the YouTube culture. I follow a lot of the big channels like H3H3, iDubbbz, and all them, and
Hmm.
I really just want to be part of that group. It just seems like a really cool thing to do full time. I know it's incredibly difficult, and you kind of have to like it's fair. It's a lot of work and a lot of luck, but if it happens one day, I would definitely be cool with it. If not, I still got my job. I still got things I'm doing outside of it. So
Okay, no,
we'll see where it
I think
goes.
that's a good mentality because yeah, it is incredibly difficult and challenging. You have to have a ridiculous amount of YouTube subscribers and viewers to make it a full-time job. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, then yeah, you just have other things in your life that you pursue. So, maybe one day it'll happen, and if not, at least if you had fun doing it, then I think it's worth the time.
Yeah, I definitely love doing this so much. It's like it's another way to experience the game. You play a game, you get a really cool match. For most people, that's the end of it. But when I get a really cool match and I have it recorded, I can make like a YouTube video out of it. So it's really cool.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I get really excited after I'll hit a clip or I do something, or my mind will go off thinking of an idea to share and to kind of create and put it out there. It's interesting. It is
Yeah,
really, like you're saying, just like an extension almost of how you experience the game.
exactly.
Okay, so I have a question for you. I know that you like the competitive scene, and you said you are planning on participating. I just wanted to know what you think about escalation, or if you want to see the introduction of some other game types into the competitive scene, or if you think escalation's great by itself. Just kind of get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely mixed on it. On one hand, I understand that why escalation was even incorporated because back when it was just execution, Gears of War played very slow and methodical, and
Hmm.
matches were drawn out. I remember back in like Gears of War 2 days, one of the tournaments, Meadowlands, had like 17 stalemates in one of their matches, and they actually had to implement a rule for future tournaments to restrict how many stalemates could be there.
Okay, I didn't
Because of
even know
that. So that's why that's why I think anyway escalation was introduced, because it's a super fast-paced, hyper-competitive game type. Action's always happening, and it's really fun to watch. But just I personally still prefer execution. I've played this for so long. That's just what I like. So I would really love to see execution being added to the esports circuit. But escalation's definitely doing a really good job right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they just kept it at escalation, but I think execution could definitely be incorporated. As for the other game types, because they decided to do this whole core versus competitive weapon tuning nonsense, I don't think we would ever see like King of the Hill in competitive, even though I would like that because Gears of War 3 introduced King of the Hill to the competitive circuit, and I like that a lot. But with the different weapon tunings, I don't think it would be possible unless they moved one of those playlists into the competitive settings. But I don't think they'll ever do that.
Fair. I think I agree with pretty much everything you said. I do hope that we see some changes because I loved watching competitive teams play King of the Hill. It's just focused action on one point, whereas escalation kind of spreads out the love in terms of where the action is taking place.
Yeah,
I'm also huge on execution, like you said, just because like that's all I used to play, and the majority of what I still do play as a Gears player from a while back. But I definitely like escalation. I've been playing it a lot more recently, and I see that it's a lot of fun. But I guess the one gripe that I still can't get around is just that escalation games are pretty long. Probably
yeah, they definitely
averaging,
are.
yeah, exactly, like 20 to 35 minutes, and I kind of like watching teams play a variety of variants. That's a very weird way to word it, but seeing how teams do with execution or King of the Hill, it'd be really cool if they could implement some new game types. Everyone cries for a bomb game type, or CTF, something where it's non-respawn but objective based. Like I would
Yeah.
kill for that. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely would agree with that. Back when I used to like growing up through like MLG, like I remember watching Halo tournaments and stuff like that, or Call of Duty, and they always had different game types. Like you had your King of the Hill, Slayer, Capture the Flag, whatever call Search and Destroy for Call of Duty, or the hard points. So I like how there's that variety there. It's not just like Search and Destroy or Team Slayer. And Gears of War sort of always been Execution, and then Gears of War 3 introduced Execution, King of the Hill, and now for Gears 4 we're back to just Escalation. So I would
Yeah,
like
exactly.
to see more game types.
Exactly, because I guess whether or not we realize it now, it could get kind of stale to see the same game type. It's really fun right now, and I hope it continues to do well, and it seems to be well received. But yeah, I just worry that it might get stale after a while if we're not implementing new game types.
Yeah, definitely. That, and I sort of suck at escalation, so
It's a hard
little
mode.
little bit of player bias there. I'm still figuring out how to play it. Like my team, we always win the initial rush, and then like we kind of flop like halfway through. Like we're not used to the grind game. We're used to round by round. And
Yeah, I have the same struggle. It's definitely true. Escalation. It's a very difficult game type to master, and there's so much to it. So I'm right there with you, just learning how to play it properly.
yeah, definitely. So we've been talking about Gears for like the past 10 minutes or so. Let's talk about outside. Do you play any other games besides Gears of War?
Yeah, so I love Halo 5. I haven't been playing any games since Gears 4 because I make videos for it.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm a huge Halo fan. I think they've done such an excellent job with the multiplayer part of the series. I love Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I'm not sure if you've heard of that game.
Of course, I've heard of it.
Oh, good. You know, free running, I just think that is so fun and exhilarating. And I was a big Mass Effect fan. I'll probably pick up the new Mass Effect. I'm just a sucker for the sci-fi part of it, I guess. I felt like it had really good stories. So those are games I'd say that, yeah, I sank a lot of time into.
Yeah, Mass Effect.
How about you?
Oh, me? Well, I definitely wasn't into Mass Effect. I played the first one. I hated it. But Halo, I was a big fan of Halo. I still like Halo 5. I'm not a huge fan of the direction they went in with Halo 5 as far as multiplayer, but it still plays really well, and I play it every now and then. I also just picked up Titanfall and Infinite Warfare. Both those games are pretty good. Titanfall is really fun, but Infinite Warfare, I like it a little bit. I think it's, it's Call of Duty. It is what it is. But I also play a lot of games outside of multiplayer games. I play a lot of Nintendo games. I play a lot of games on PlayStation.
Nice.
A lot of people don't know that I have all the consoles because I don't really upload videos for those games. But I do. I have all the game consoles. I'm looking into getting a game PC so I can expand a little bit further. I am playing games nonstop. I'm always looking into new games, stuff like that. So
Oh, nice. Big
Yeah.
Nintendo fan here, so okay. I mean, I won't lie. I heard that you don't like the Halo 5 direction. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that because I think the multiplayer is great. But you're saved on the Nintendo comment because Nintendo does make a lot of fun games.
what about the campaign for Halo 5? Did you like the campaign for Halo 5?
Okay, there you go. Now you figured me out because I carefully worded that I like the direction they took the multiplayer. Halo 5, you know what? As far as the campaign goes, I'll just say it here, guys. I think it was straight false advertising with the Hunt the Truth
Thank you.
ads, right? Like, I wanted to be the Master Chief. Why do I have to be Locke? Who the hell is Locke? Let me be the Master Chief. So, yeah, without losing my hair, yeah, I wasn't too happy with the Halo 5 campaign, but I'll let it slide because I really love the multiplayer.
Yeah, the multiplayer it's alright, but yeah, I agree with you so much on the false advertising bit. Like they hyped up this whole "Are you Team Locke or Team Chief?" and I'm thinking oh, the greatest. They called it the greatest hunt in gaming history, and I'm like, man, this game's gonna be freaking sick. And there was no hunt. They encountered each other once or twice.
Once,
and,
yeah.
and that was it.
That was it exactly.
I thought every other cutscene is gonna be Master Chief and Locke kicking each other's ass or some shit, or it's gonna be a game of cat and mouse the entire time. I was hyped.
Exactly.
And the
Me
game
too,
looks
me
really
too.
nice. Don't get me wrong; it looks really nice, but it's just all that hype, all that build up for nothing.
Exactly. It was a bit of disappointment in that respect, although overall I do like the game. But yeah, to this day, I'm still on team who the hell is Locke. That summarizes my experience with Halo 5's campaign.
Nice.
Okay, so I guess we kind of talked about this, but I did write down life ambition just as kind of a broad question. that steps away from gaming. Not sure if
Yeah.
it is to be a huge YouTuber or if there's other things, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to throw at you. So
Yeah, definitely. Well, YouTubing, like, that's like obviously like the dream job for me, but it's not just about being a YouTuber. My life ambitions, like, I'm not too sure exactly what I want to do. I thought about
fair.
many different careers, starting a business. I thought about becoming a teacher because I was a shit student in school because I never felt like I had a teacher that really took the time to say, hey, school's important. Stop playing video games and read something.
Okay.
But then,
Fair
like, once I graduated high school, I realized, wow, I kind of dicked around. So I thought about being a teacher so I can go back and help other students who may not be maybe been in my same situation. But really, my big thing with like life ambition, I just want to be able to make enough money where I'm comfortable. I'm not trying to be super rich like fucking PewDiePie status. I just want to be comfortable. Live my life. Be happy, and not be stuck working my current job because I currently deliver pizzas. That's like my gig right now,
Okay.
and I'm not entirely happy with it. I mean, it's decent money, but it's kind of a stressful
fair
job.
enough. You know what? I'm just based on voice. I mean, we're both young and it's early
Yeah.
to know concretely what it is you want to do. But I do think that's a good mentality. You don't have to be super duper rich. Like there's the whole paradigm of the American dream and whatnot. And I don't think that catches my attention too much either. So okay,
Yeah,
I can respect that.
definitely same here. As long as I can pay my bills and I don't have to worry about when the next paycheck's coming in, I'm perfectly happy.
That sounds good to me. Okay, that's all I got for that question.
What about you? Let me throw that back at you because you said you were going to college and you had like what do you major in? What are you doing?
So I just finished. I guess people won't know exactly what the universities are called in Canada, but I just finished my undergrad, and I was lucky enough to get into grad school. So I'm taking law right now. I've wanted to be a lawyer since I was literally like 10 years old. I have the silliest email, like Chris Future Lawyer. So that's what I'm primarily chasing down right now. I don't know what type of law, but as far as it goes, when you were talking about how long I'll be doing YouTube, I just do YouTube on the weekends to take a break from work and stuff. But that's what I want to pursue for whatever reason. I don't know. It's intellectually challenging and fun, and I like the rules. I'm just weird like that. So
Yeah, no, definitely. I think lawyers kind of get a bad rep because like in the movies they're always the bad guys, but a lot of lawyers, you do really good job. You do really good work.
Well, I hope so, but you're spot on with the bad rap. That's definitely an issue that they're facing. So
Yeah.
was at a McDonald's one time and somebody asked me what I was at school for, and I told them a lawyer, and they're like, "Oh, so you're gonna be an asshole?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so."
Yeah, that's the thing with the media. It's a little bit negative for the most part, but a lot of times the stereotypes aren't true. Like you can see these movies with the big fat lawyer who's like trying to shut down like the poor family or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not like that in reality at all.
I mean, I'm sure there are some. It's just like
yeah, of
everything,
course,
right?
but
Like there's some
yeah.
good and there's some bad. So people can have whatever perceptions they want.
Yeah, but you'll be one of the good ones, I'm sure.
I hope so. We'll see. Okay, I have one more question for you, and then I don't
Sure.
know if you have any more for me.
Shoot.
Simple one. Favorite television show?
Favorite television show? That kind of fluctuates depending on what I'm currently watching. I just got done watching the new season of South Park, so if you were to ask me this question like a couple weeks ago, it would have been South Park by far. Because
Nice,
I
nice.
really liked the new season. I liked the direction they were going with the single story going through all of it. I do watch a little bit of anime too, a little bit of anime on Crunchyroll and stuff like that. But favorite like of all time, it's kind of hard to pin down. I'm really a fan of comedies. Rick and Morty also is a really good show.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Rick and Morty because I just saw the season 3 teaser and I'm super hyped up for that. So right now, I would say my favorite is Rick and Morty because that show is great. I love it.
It is hilarious. I haven't watched it too much, but when my roommates did make me watch it, it was hilarious.
Yeah, you should definitely catch yourself up. It is great.
Will do. I'll have to do that next time I need a break.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Any last questions for me, or?
Well, I've exploited my list here, but what's your favorite TV show? Now that you asked me, I'll just bounce it back to you.
Okay. It's The Simpsons. I've always been a huge Simpsons fan. I don't know what it is. I guess Homer. I'm a sucker for him. I think he's hilarious. Just the whole family. Good morals. 22 minutes. Love the animation. So, just so everybody knows, it's pronounced Matt Groening, not Matt Browning, and that's the person who made The Simpsons. Huge fan. Absolutely love it. When I die, I hope to be reincarnated as Lisa Simpson in Springfield.
Why
So,
Lisa? Out of all the characters.
because I just feel like Lisa's the only one who's really got her shit together. She's very smart, you know, has good morals, and you know, so even though I'd have to change genders, it just seems like the best option.
No, that definitely seems fair. I would just be Maggie. Maggie's always fucking just chilling.
Fair, fair, yeah, Maggie.
Fucking live as a cartoon baby. Why not?
Seems like an easy life. Okay, so I just want to thank you so much for joining me for what's going to be the first DualCon that I'm doing for Gears of War 4. I also just want to say for everybody who stuck it out this far, please check out iDuskk. He's got great content. I wouldn't be making a video with him if I didn't think he did. He's got great tips and tricks videos, especially. Those are some of my favorites that he makes. So I'll link his channel in the description below, and I'd really appreciate it if you'd go show him some love on his channel, and for your benefit, check out some of his content. So once again, iDuskk, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm really glad you're doing a series like this because this is really good for the Gears of War community. So
Yeah, I think so. I think we need some more collaborations in the community, especially given how small and tight knit it is right now. So
yeah,
hopefully
definitely.
we'll see more in the future. So everybody, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you guys.